Hello everyone, and I'm very happy to have with me today Dr. Debadeep Bagchi. He's a proud Damsonian and he secured rank 99 in May AIIMS 2017. Wow, that looks like a cricket match score, and it's really exciting. So how do you feel, Debadeep?
I feel very good, and it was always a dream to get such a good rank at AIIMS.
Yes, it is definitely very
Ever since
prestigious.
the first year, I thought that AIIMS, it's like, I always thought it is beyond my scope, but DAMS taught me that no, it is okay to dream, that it's dreams to come
And you
true.
finally did achieve your dream.
Yeah.
That's really great. And yes, it is not an easy task to get such ranks in central institutes,
Yeah.
right, where the seats are less, the competition is very strong. So heartiest congratulations
Thank you,
on your
ma'am.
performance. Very well
Thank you,
done. Okay, Debadeep has been a Damsonia for quite some time
Yeah,
now. He joined us in the foundation years itself, and then followed it up with TND.
Yeah.
So Debadeep, first, do you want to say something about your journey with DAMS?
Back in 2013, I was in 6th sem back then.
Okay.
That was when DAMS first came to Guwahati, and before that, frankly speaking, we never even thought of cracking All India Institute level examinations and entrances. But after DAMS, we could finally think that okay, that this is the level of competition. We finally got to know. We finally came out of our well. So then we just went on with.
So yes, at DAMS, this is our motto. No matter where you live or which part of the country you belong to, we are able to provide equal opportunities and equal learning experiences to people.
Yes,
so
that
this
is truly a credit for DAMS. Even sitting at Guwahati, we could get the best coaching, the best guidance that someone could hope
But I
for.
think yes, guidance is important. I'm not denying that, but the hard work that goes into it is very important. So tell us about how you worked on to get rank 99 in May AIIMS 2017 postgraduate medical entrance exams.
I just followed the notes. First of all, I finished all the class notes that from the main pre-foundation course. Then I had also done TND for 1 year. So I just added whatever was extra given in TND to the main notes. And just before the exams, I would just read the notes. I did not read much of anything else. I didn't do many guidebooks. In fact, one could say that I didn't do any guidebook.
It's very important. Yes.
So I just gave the grand tests. I gave the subject-wise tests in my UG days, but once I came to internship in Guwahati, it is quite hectic. So I didn't do any other questions. I just did the grand tests.
Amazing.
Did the notes, and I read all the mop-up questions. The mop-up notes. Many questions come from the mop-up sessions in AIIMS and all that.
So people are listening to us. Mop-up are usually our special sessions that we conduct at DAMS, and they are oriented towards giving the most high-yielding information, and they're from various subjects. So we would just plan mop-up sessions randomly. It could be either medicine. So could you help them in instead of me telling them about the mop-up sessions, a couple of mop-up sessions that you attended and you found them really useful?
I did almost all of them. I did especially the infectious disease course and the ECG. Those were very important. The DVT session is extremely important, especially in AIIMS, since they asked a lot of image-based questions. And especially the session in surgery about the instruments. In every AIIMS, since the last 4 sessions almost, they ask at least one instrument or the other.
That's right.
So all the surgical instruments, all the pathological slides.
Yes.
I also looked at a few tables and graphs and from not Harper's, that Ganong's, and from Robbins. So those were important. They often ask direct questions from that. So I just did that and just revised my notes.
Wonderful. So do you see how focused he was? He knew that he has less time, during the internship, and then he decided that he has to do something which is going to be most useful or most high yielding, rather than try and do everything. Do you agree that you really can't do everything in medical science?
We can't really bite off more than we can chew.
Right, I think that is so important, because even though I've been doing what I'm doing for quite some time, I can never say I know it enough. So there is no end to medical science.
That is something that no matter how hard you try, you can never finish the course.
That's true.
Even if you do your notes, I mean, there is only so much you can do in the last 1 month.
So since we've come up to that, can you help our listeners, because they're also students like you and they want to know, especially about that last month, what is the wonder thing that toppers do and become toppers?
I just revised those things that were the most volatile, especially subjects like pharma, then micro.
True.
And these things, no matter how many times you read, you will forget. So I kept this to be, I revised it before, but in the last month, I kept it to be revised in the last 1 week.
Definitely, okay.
So that when I go to the exams.
So number one, he says you have to try and revise things that are volatile for you. Perfect. What else?
Then I did mainly all those things like numbers, all the numbers, then the names. Those things are very volatile. So
exactly.
Broad concepts you can remember once you have attended the class.
So again, very, very important. So for all those who've done regular or foundation courses with us, which are the test classroom courses, you have to understand that when you are sitting in the class, that's very, very important, because your concepts have to be clear. So these days we ask a lot of concept things as well, although we twist them a little, but yes. So until unless you're clear on your concepts, you'll not be answer such questions which have been modified or have been twisted in some form, right?
Yes.
That's good.
And mainly the thing I did realize that your own handwritten notes are very important. You can't retain from any book, any guidebook, unless you have written it with your own hands.
That's so true.
So I just did that only. Just wrote the notes. I did all the classes that I could.
Yes.
Even in internship, my seniors were very accommodating. Sometimes they would let me bunk duty for these classes. They would cover for me. So they really
thank you to Debadeep's seniors, right, who helped him achieve this. So there are a lot of people who contribute their tiny bits into what we are as adults. So we should always be thankful and grateful to them. So that's great.
Yeah, the teachers are amazing. Then Sumer sir, then madam, you also.
So the poor people, they have to take my name because I'm sitting with them constantly.
No, ma'am, it's true, ma'am. The motivation you give, because there are times when you feel like I can't do this anymore.
Yes.
This is enough. This is as far as I can go. That this is enough. Even after you give the NEET exam, you feel like I studied for 1 whole year. I did nothing but study. I cannot study for 6 more months.
Yes.
But the motivation really helps. In the end, if you're just motivated for 6 more months, then it can really make a difference.
That's true. And it's all about pushing. It's all about stretching your limits. It's all about keep trying something new, keep giving yourself newer targets. Yes, the phases could be stressful, but yes, we have to go on. That's what life is all about. And when you achieve ranks like this, you do feel that everything was worthwhile, right?
It's really a load off my mind now.
That is
I
so
finally got in.
I can see that. So that's really sweet of him, and he's really happy. He should be happy achieving rank 99 in May AIIMS 2017. Wonderful, wonderful. And how important Debadeep is giving these tests?
Grant tests are very important because and also that semi-final tests that are conducted for specifically for AIIMS and PGI.
Yes.
Because AIIMS and PGI is a different kind of ball game from NEET. So you have to read different things. In NEET, the high-level topics are not that important as much as the easy topics.
Yes.
Because if you get the easy things wrong, then you're...
Yes, because of scaling and equating. Yeah. So he's pointing out a very, very important point, especially for the NEET entrance exams as well. You know, that the easier things you shouldn't be making mistakes in. So ensure that your basics are strong, right? And you before you try and do unusual things, please focus on what is being routinely done in the classes. That's what is the highest probability of coming, and you should not make a mistake on them. Very great.
Yes,
thank you so much for telling them that point. Yes.
And then for AIIMS also, the images are important. And AIIMS, what I've seen, that they don't ask very convoluted topics, but easy topics they will ask in a convoluted fashion.
Yes, yes, that's the newer trend. They are going to. That's what I was just talking about in the previous interview. That you know, we are not going to ask you some very unusual things or things that you feel are out of the world. We're going to ask you basics, but we're going to definitely twist them to see how much you understand the concept behind it. So it's called as integration. You apply the concept, you remember some values, put them all together, and make the question and give the answer. Right.
They also ask very simple questions, like they will ask what instrument is this. So the practicals are very important. Since in the last 2 sessions that I gave, the December session and this session, in both sessions I saw that they ask practical oriented questions from UG days, like last time they asked the Neubauer slide
chamber. Yes.
Yeah. So those things are important for AIIMS.
Okay. So since we're talking about visuals, although you have already mentioned, how useful is attending the visual sessions with DAMS?
It's very important. I would say it's essential. It's pointless going for AIIMS without looking at the visuals, and you're at a handicap if you don't look at the DVT slides.
The number of questions
Yes.
is too
Yes.
big.
If you lose the visual slides, then you're already out of the game. You have to know the visual slides.
That's great. And also, DAMS keeps a lot of mock tests as
Yes,
well.
ma'am.
So we would keep CBT before the NEET and
Mhm.
keep the mock exams before the mid-year exams. So do you think those mock exams, one, are they helpful? Two, are they reflective of the the real exam?
Yes, ma'am. They are not just helpful; they are essential, because you have to know how good you are doing, how you are preparing, whether what you are studying is making any actual difference. Yeah, you get to know your weak points so that you can reinforce those points. And yes, ultimately, the last few grand tests and the CBT, they are reflective of the ranks to a very great extent, even though the final day exam does make a difference. But if you are not doing good in the CBT, then it's really difficult.
The number of students who are giving CBT is quite big. So
Yes.
last time I think we did reach around 35,000
Yes, ma'am.
students, and it does actually reflect where you really stand
Yeah.
in the main exams.
Yeah,
as well.
means it's like a practice innings before going to the main things. So if you see that you are not even doing good at the practice innings, then there is a problem. So you have to do good in that. So after that, you can think about the rest.
That's wonderful. And Debadeep, were you a part of the exclusive club on Facebook?
Yes,
The
ma'am,
DAMS
I was.
Exclusive club?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you think it was useful for you?
Yes, ma'am. The especially for the newer topics, those things that keep changing. Like last year, they changed the RNTCP guidelines. I would not have known had I not been active on the exclusive club. So that is very important. And
And are the teachers prompt enough to
yes,
reply
ma'am.
to your
Yes, ma'am.
queries?
Whenever I've asked a question, I've always gotten a reply. There has never been a instance where a question has gone unanswered.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much. And
Yes, ma'am.
Debadeep, since you've been long associated with us,
Yes, ma'am.
any teachers that you like, or you like the classes or anything?
All teachers are exceptional. I can't actually say anything like that, but yes, Sumer sir's classes, your classes, especially your notes, ma'am. I found that in my UG days, I did not used to like gynae. I never understood
But
gynae.
so with a lot of people, yes.
More importantly, I never understood gynae. I could never make head or tails of it. But after attending your sessions, I finally found that okay, that I can finally at least understand this. I can answer questions. Before that, I was a dunce in gynae at
I'm
least.
sure you're not. You're just being a little too modest.
No, ma'am. This is not modest. This is the truth.
Okay, that's great. And what do you want to pursue in your post graduation?
I'm still confused as to what I will take, but probably Optha. I don't know. Let's see.
Working out his options, and
Yeah.
we want to wish all. Okay, before I wish you a good luck, any little small message that you want to give for your juniors or colleagues listening out to you?
I would.
Preparing for these
Yes, ma'am.
exams.
I would like to say that follow the notes religiously. They are very important, and just keep yourself updated on the exclusive club. And any questions, sir and madam are there to help. And that's all. Just the notes and all.
That's really kind of you. Thank you so much, Debadeep, for being here with us today. And
Thank you, ma'am.
It's a pleasure having you. And we want to wish you best of luck from
Thank you, ma'am.
everybody at DAMS. And we wish you a bright future ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
so much for being a part of DAMS.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.